Alright, so before we begin, a word of warning to everyone who is watching. This video may contain spoilers for everyone who hasn't reached the near end game of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Adventure Mode World of Light. What's up, Dreamer Tribe? What's up, world? I am Bianca, and today I have another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate video for you all. So one of the bosses that you will encounter near the end of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate World of Light Adventure Mode is Galeem. Now Galeem is, I suppose, the Lord of Light, because he is considered as the Lord of Light in this game and is one of those responsible for kidnapping and cloning the fighters there are in this game. Now, as a boss battle, Galeem is no joke compared to the other boss fights that you will encounter or you have encountered in this adventure mode. For starters, he has a variety of attacks, and most of them, if not all, pack a mean punch and can easily deplete your stamina and throw you off the screen as quickly as the battle starts. Having said that, this isn't an impossible battle, although there will come a time when you will have failed in this battle so many times that you would have to take a step back from this game and play something else before you actually chuck your Switch out the window or something. Now, I myself have failed in this battle so many times that I had to take a step back and play something else, particularly an older game known as Fire Emblem Warriors. Having said that, dodging Galeem's attacks isn't an impossible feat as I first thought to myself. Many of his attacks can easily be dodged, while others you would have to actually work for it so that those attacks won't hit you. Galeem has a total of 6 variety of attacks. Now, the sequence with which he uses those attacks are pretty random. Sometimes he would first use the drill down attack, or other times he will summon those homing missile like balls that come at you and try to push you out of the battle zone. Apart from that, he can also summon threads of light that envelop the entire battle area, and if you end up touching them, they will damage your fighter. He can also summon balls that end up shooting beams across the battlefield that you had to be careful where you place your fighter, otherwise you would get damaged by that beam attack. When you get his health low enough, he will summon fighters that explode after a certain amount of time. He can also divide himself into 3 balls of light and attack you using his melee attacks. Likewise, Galeem can shoot across the entire battle area, making it hard for you to actually hit him. Now, the only way to defeat Galeem is to hit the ball of light that is his only vulnerable spot. Now, Galeem is a large enemy. Now, I also have tried fighting him using the Great Zafish to make my characters turn into giants, but that didn't help as much as I thought it would be, and I just ended up fighting him on the normal form of my fighter using spirits that allow my fighter to heal after a certain amount of damage has been dealt, as well as increasing their jump attacks. Alright, as you guys have seen, the battle itself isn't really that hard once you figured out how to dodge Galeem's attack and also counter with your own. So for this video, I'm going to share a couple of tips on how to beat Galeem, a couple of strategies, if you will, on how to defeat one of the biggest baddies in this game. So I'm gonna be providing strategies one by one, or tips one by one, based on the attacks that Galeem has. First off is his downward drill. Now, this is perhaps the easiest attack to dodge out of all of his arsenal of attacks or variety of attacks, since all you have to do is find that space between his drills that you can move your character into and let him or her stay there, depending on who you're using, to avoid these attacks. Now, at first, Galeem only uses the drill attack once, and he doesn't follow it up with another drill downwards or downward drill attack. That's pretty much a mouthful. It doesn't follow that with another one, but as soon as you get his life to about half, he does this attack consecutively. The most I remember him doing it in the 20 or so times that I had to fight Galeem and trying to beat him is that he used it twice. And the first time he used his downward drill, he only had 3 drills. Now when his life gets to that halfway point, he began using 4 drills and uses it twice in succession. Now, the next attack I want to talk about is a little bit harder to dodge than the first one, but is still quite dodgeable, I suppose is the word I'm looking for. You can still dodge it, you just have to time it right. And the strategy I use to dodge this next attack, which are those multiple balls that come out from the large electrified blue one, and which I call the homing missile ones, is that I run towards the edge of the battle arena or the map and then run backwards and jump into a higher ground and then fall back downwards, since that would cause the projectiles to move towards the last place I was in, which was high up in the air, and would totally miss me, and I won't have to worry about the damage that attack might have cost me. Now, Galeem's third attack is something that I personally thought was a lot more difficult to handle at first, since I didn't know that you can actually destroy the cause of this attacks, which are the balls that Galeem throws up around the battlefield. Now, similar to the bomb items that we can use during battles, these balls actually have a pattern that shows where the beams will be coming from and what parts of the battle area they would hit. And although you can easily dodge those at the first rounds where he uses or Galeem uses these attacks, the further into the battle that you go, the more difficult it would be to dodge this attack. So if you're having problems going to a safer place, if you don't think that you can go quickly to a safe place where the beams won't touch you, you can actually destroy these balls and make sure that none of those beams actually will hit you. And it only takes a couple of hits. It doesn't even matter if you use your smash attack or just your normal attack, but you can easily, I think if I remember correctly, destroy these balls in 2 to 3 hits, give or take. Now, his fourth attack once again requires you to move quickly and to observe the battle as closely as you could. This attack actually encompasses the entire battle area. Now, once in a while, Galeem will shoot out these threads that cover the entire battle area, and you're only given a couple of seconds in order to avoid these attacks or the attack that's about to come, since whatever these thread touches, or whatever the light that pulses from this thread touches, it will damage. And usually Galeem starts off with this attack pretty much dodgeable, since the areas where you could basically hide your character in, the little cutouts that you can actually hide them in, those are pretty big earlier on, but as the battle progresses, these spaces become narrower and you could have a hard time dodging it. So what I would do, or what I did, is just let the attacks come, and if I couldn't dodge it, I would guard it, since this attack is guardable. And as with blocking attacks in this game, you have to time the block just right in order to actually guard the brunt of the attack, or block the brunt of the attack. Now, one other attack that Galeem uses when his life has reached the halfway mark is that he separates himself into 3 balls of light. Now, during the session, I was recording the video for this tip and walkthrough episode. I didn't really encounter Galeem using this attack much. I only encountered it once, and during that time I was able to attack him so much that he went back into just being a single entity, and I didn't have to worry about him attacking me with those 3 balls of light. So that's basically what you only have to do when you're faced with this sort of separation he has into 3 parts, is that you have to quickly attack him and make sure that you are dishing out your strongest attacks so that he will go back into being just a single ball of light. Now, usually he uses that attack with another one of his other attacks, and the attack he usually pairs this off with is when he calls forth a clone of the fighters that he has imprisoned. Now, there really isn't, as far as I can tell, any way to determine which fighter will appear until that moment when they do, and it could be anyone in the roster, in the lineup. It could be the villagers from Animal Crossing, it could be Lucario, it could be Belmont. I think I encountered him once. I also encountered Lucina during one of my struggles trying to defeat Galeem. But yeah, you have to be careful with this particular attack, since you shouldn't face them because they will detonate after a certain amount of time has passed. And usually Galeem couples this with one of his wider range attacks, those attacks that I have mentioned before that encompass the entire map. So you have to be careful, and you have to make sure that you drag or you make these clones follow you to the edge of the map, and you immediately run to the other side of the map so that when they explode, they would be as far from you as possible. You don't really have to, face them. They will just be destroyed. They will just get destroyed by themselves. So just focus your attacks on Galeem the entire time when these clones are in the battlefield. So apart from that, the only other tip that I could give as a newbie myself is that you have to sort of watch carefully where Galeem moves across the map, since there is a pattern, I believe, in his movements, or a certain pattern to his movements, that you can determine where you should jump onto, which platform you should jump onto, if you should go back down. But you have to move quickly, but at the same time move carefully, since again his attacks are pretty much wide range and they're hard hitting. You also don't have to do anything fancy while fighting him. As you guys can see in the video I provided, that I only used basic combos. I didn't even use my smash attacks that much. Simply the A button and the upwards A button and the sideward B smash attack. That's basically all I had to use, as well as the upward smash attack, the air or jump attack. That is important. You would have a harder time if you don't equip one of the spirits that strengthens your jump attack, since you will be using your jump attacks a lot. As you can see, Galeem moves from platform to platform. He hovers in the air a couple of times. He usually hovers in the air a lot more than he is in the platforms. Basically, you just need tenacity and patience in trying to defeat Galeem. And as I've said, I fought him so many times I've lost count that I actually had to step away from this video game just so I won't lose my mind. Well, anyway, that's all the tips I have for you guys. A little bit of a strategy when it comes to dealing with Galeem. Now, I know that there are a lot of other strategies you could use in beating him. I may have missed a couple. This is basically just what I did during my own playthrough, what helped with me, that I'm hoping will help others like me who hadn't been playing or who haven't played Smash Brothers before and or just, you know, playing it now for the first time. I know there's still a lot for me to learn. I'm not really the best. I'm not gonna claim I'm even near, you know, an adequate amount of knowledge when it comes to Smash Brothers, but I'm hoping that these videos help those who are struggling with the game as I did. Now, I'm glad I defeated this enemy that opened up a brand new area to explore in the game. I'm still looking forward to fighting the new enemy that appeared, as well as what I know is going to be the final battle in this adventure mode. So depending on how that goes, I may write or I may post another tutorial or tip or strategy guide for newbies by a noob regarding Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and its World of Light adventure mode. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and to our new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. You guys are awesome. Now, I hope that, again, this video proved useful to you guys. If you did find this useful, don't forget to leave a thumbs up. If you have other strategies or other tips for other players that you think could help newbies like me with this game and in dealing with bosses in general for this game, then please share them in the comment section below. And again, if you haven't subscribed, if you're not part of the Dreamer Tribe yet, I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribe to this channel. If you like this content, if you enjoy what other contents I have in this channel, then I would really be appreciative of you for subscribing. I'm aiming for 500 subscribers right now, and hopefully 1,000 later on, since I want to grow this channel. And also, if you want to be a part of our notification squad, just hit on the bell icon right next to the subscribe button. And well, that's all there is for this video. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, you guys know the drill. Dream on, fly on.